Okay, guys, what an absolutely exceptional past 2 weeks it's been for myself. Firstly, I did quite excellently in my test at school. We got marked band 3 for ICT, etc. I did particularly well in the tests for varying subjects, of course, numerous subjects. I did rather well, as always. But other than that, double silver, 30th of January with DMDC, Dudley Metal Detecting Club, that is. And of course, with the Clodhoppersmdc Metal Detecting Club, I owe my allegiance to two clubs, of course. One of which being DMDC, obviously the obvious abbreviation of Dudley Metal Detecting Club, rather than Danebury Metal Detecting Club, which is obviously linked with obviously the BAFTA-winning television series Detectorists, as probably all of you know. And all of you have seen who are watching this video. You must have a keen interest in terms of detection and detecting. But yeah, excellent find. Firstly, 30th of January, I was lucky enough to winkle out this incredibly nice, well, not incredibly nice, but rather nice early milled shilling, probably 1663 to 1775, although most likely William III, although no detail is at all evident on the coin whatsoever, other than a milled edge, which leads me to believe it is a silver coin. And because of the tarnish, of course, I can almost be certain it's silver. Although I need to try the spit and foil test to be of greater accuracy there, in terms of my knowledge. Excellent find, sterling silver, 0.95 fineness, 7.5% of this alloy would obviously be naturally occurring metal. Would be an alloy of some description, most likely copper, so obviously it's not solid silver, but it's very near that. It's incredibly fine for a piece of silver. And this is actually sterling silver as well. Dates from the 1980s, not very old. Found about a foot deep, in fact, so the plan must have obviously taken that further down. Sounded like iron, actually, very bad signal on my Technetics G2+. But an absolutely excellent find. I flicked it out and it was right there before my eyes. It was absolutely unbelievable. Sure, probably the best find I've ever made, or one of the best, should I say. I've got a few others. I'm absolutely amazed with. I'm absolutely, sort of over the moon with still, even though I found them a good year or so ago. Many of them. As you can see, it's got hallmarked Italy there, and it says 0.95 on the other side. Obviously this chain, which is actually fully functional, if I can get that to work. Probably not. No, actually I can't. Sorry. My hands are too sweaty, and I only have one hand to use this as well. So, but obviously it does work. I just can't do it. Massive chain, weighs just over 50 grams, £16 in terms of scrap value. My parents didn't think that's too good, but why would they? They're not too interested in detecting in themselves. £16 really for a big chunk of silver. Is excellent, especially especially in terms of when you found it for free whilst detecting, of course. Obviously, we paid £10 to go on that dig, so I've made profit from doing so, of course, haven't I? Excellent chunk of silver. As you can see there, massive chunk, 1980s, made in Italy, sterling silver, hallmarked, excellent. I did put that as an entry from my detecting club, Clodhoppersmdc Metal Detecting Club. It did not win, unfortunately, as there was just too much excellent competition for the non-rally Artefact of the Month. But I did still, in fact, get Artefact of the Month, as you can see. Obviously, it's clearly labelled Artefact of the Month there. This goes around every month to different varying detectorists, so this must have gone around many times to different detectorists, some of which may have been legendary ones, who knows. But obviously, it's a particularly old cup, and I bet it's gone through some incredibly careful hands, of course, to remain in that such spectacular condition as it is. But yeah, unbelievable cup. As you can see, it's only like basic aluminium. Obviously, if it was silver, we wouldn't even be able to pick it up. It would be that heavy. But the scrap value, if that were to be silver, would be a good £200, I suspect. Probably more than that. But yes, this one, Artefact of the Month. Mainly, obviously, the reason I won that cup. First time I've done it, so Artefact of the Month, excellent. Heraldic horse pendant found by my dad a couple of weeks ago at one of the Clodhopper digs. As you can see, it depicts 4 stars, and then it's